trying to do a lot more of these recently. Especially like with my Panda planner, as I've been telling you guys, I've been like doing my schedule. Let me show you the guys this stuff. So I have my mudda schedule. I try to make it like as colorful as possible. So I'm not really an artist type of person. Look at this like really shitty rock I drew. Like right. Oh, fuck! This is fucking me up. Right here, that's a rock. It's really shitty. It looks like a piece of. It looks like a gray ditto. I drew a Norco pill there too because I was working in the pharmacy today. I drew an in and out arrow as well. So yeah. So I'm probably just gonna stream for about. Oh, dude, I look hella sweaty. I'm probably just gonna stream for about like 30 minutes, maybe even less. Depends how many people show up. I know East Coast it's almost midnight. A lot of people are either probably studying right now or sleeping. So yeah. So meanwhile, I will probably go through my emails and answer some of your questions. Uh, Abdullah Makia, what up? You are fast. Thank you for joining, man. So, oh yeah, no, you know what? I think you were the one that asked about MMA, right? Because I actually just came back from jiu-jitsu and got my ass kicked. So maybe I can talk a little bit about that. So if you guys don't know, I used to do kung fu for a long time, right? Ever since I was a little kid, and then I went into jiu-jitsu because funny story, like I had to. It was almost like a Dragon Ball like tournament. You have a world tournament full of all these styles and stuff like that, and I entered this like full contact mixed martial arts type of thing. It was hella ghetto. It's not like UFC at all, but we were all competing and stuff, like against each other and whatnot. And so I was like, "Fuck, man! Like, what happens if somebody takes me to the ground?" And then that's how I actually got into jiu-jitsu. And then once I moved to LA, I didn't have a kung fu school anymore, so I started doing Muay Thai for a little bit. I did wrestling for a little bit, but mostly I do jiu-jitsu, and that's really fun for me. And I still do like a little push hands and stuff like that. But that's a little bit of my background with martial arts and stuff like that. And I think you were asking like how do you fit it in with your pharmacy school schedule? Maybe I have the wrong person, but maybe I'll just answer that. But basically, I mean, as busy as the schedule I have, like my schedule is pretty much jam packed most of the time. What I do is I just try to plan ahead and just set a goal. So typically, I'll hit my bare minimum for jujitsu and martial arts. I'll do like 2 times a week. I'll hit the gym at barbell or something like at least 4 times a week. And setting those like goals, like those concrete goals, actually makes it almost into a game. You know, it's almost like grinding when you're like playing an RPG and shit. So I just hit these goals, and it just I just schedule it out through the week. So I can show you my Panda planner really quick. So typically, I'll do a monthly schedule. I don't know if you can guys see, but I put like barbell. I think I have a jujitsu right. I did a little black belt for jujitsu over here. Um, and I have a there's the Drake and Future show I wanted to go to, but I just put up events and stuff and just schedule it into my calendar to make it as like efficient as possible. And so like I'm not just like planning to go when I feel like it. I know exactly what workouts to do. I know what I want to focus on. So like let's say if I'm doing jujitsu, I know I want to work on my open guard today or my side or passing guard, stuff like that. So everything's very focused and it's just not just whatever I feel like. Even though sometimes like fuck it. Sometimes I'll be just really tired and I'll just be like fuck it. I'm gonna just do whatever the fuck I want. I think that's important too. But just to have like a regimen is really good for setting the foundation and getting in your hours, man. Because like any sort of martial arts training, you need the hours, you need the time, you need to put effort into it, you know? And this guy over here knows everything while putting in hours. The Mono Dancer.
I'm eating right now. Speaking of
oh fuck.
well,
Yes.
speaking of planning ahead. I actually pre-cooked my meals today, so it saved a lot of time. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. So even actually, Ken actually brings up a really good point. Preparing, like even knowing what you're gonna eat throughout the week is very important. Like for me, I know my meals every single day because it's the same fucking thing every day. Three Flying Dutchmen, five patties. From this is all at In and Out. I drink like four protein shakes a day, and I also eat some vegetables. So that's typically my diet. It just helps a lot. Like when you're not worried about, oh shit, my chat's not popping up. Um, fuck. Let me get my deal. Fuck it, I fucked up. But anyways, oh man, I guess my window froze. So yeah, so that's like what I've been working on and stuff like that these last few days and whatnot. I think I'm gonna go to chat because I just saw it blow up and I did not keep up with it at all. Fuck you, fuck you. Is MCPHS easy to get into? I don't know about now, but it was really. I would say it's pretty easy. You just need a 3.0 and up to get in. You don't even need a PCAT score. But the attrition rate, like what they keep, is actually a lot of people fail out. So just a fair warning. Like it's easy to get in, but it's hard to get out. So Abdullah, yes, that was me. Haha. Do you not prefer striking? Oh, I actually love striking, but it's hella tiring, man. Like when I was doing Muay Thai, I was like, fuck. I was like hella lean, but I like literally lost all my muscle, and everything took a huge hit. And I was like, you know what? I like striking a lot. When I was doing kung fu, I was doing like a lot of live sparring and stuff like that. And but it's just very tiring sometimes, and it beats my CNS too much. I was trying to do everything at once, and I really enjoyed it for a long time. But I guess like with the schedule I have right now, it's just very difficult. And I've been trying to get myself to go for the last, I would say, half year, but I just haven't. I haven't even shown up to one Muay Thai class at all. But that's because I think part of it is I get really burnt out quick, and I know how much like the gym I go to is fucking hardcore, dude. And I just want to work on my conditioning right now. And so when I'm ready, I'll probably do Muay Thai again, which I really love. Like it's really fun. Like Kung Fu is like the art and you feel and stuff like that. Muay Thai is like you straight up bang and shit. And then jujitsu is like a combination of both. There's periods of like of where like you're just feeling out people. There's scrambles, stuff like that. I really like jujitsu a lot and wrestling. It's pretty fucking fun. Good evening, Sabrina. Hello. B-boy Vinny. Refugee hustle emails are bomb. Inspiration, that extra little nudge that's needed sometimes. That so much that is unspoken, but so in common with us. Just came to say thanks, mate. Hey, thank you, man. B-boy Vinny. B-boy Vinny. Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually working on a new article, but recently I don't want to say writer's block, but recently I've been trying to. I know what I want to talk about, but sometimes, like, those short ass articles, they actually take a freaking long time to make it that short and to make it interesting. Because I can write bullshit every single day and it wouldn't be interesting, but I think it's something that's really important to me is like quality, man. I don't want to sacrifice quality, and I've been working on this post for a little while. I wouldn't say it's one of my best posts, but it should be pretty damn exciting. Let me see if I can bring the chat back up, man. I really want to bring it up. Add window capture. Okay. Fuck. That is too big. Hold on, let me make this the mudda smaller. Boop, boop, boop. I wonder if I can. Cool. Perfect. Perfect. So, do you have any tips to stop anxiety? Sabrina asks. Yeah, and I'm actually one of those people that I wouldn't say gets lots of anxiety, but I get pretty anxious sometimes, and I think something that's been helping me out a lot is actually being more organized. So having a planner actually really helped me out a lot. Um, Also, like having a system. So like in my calendar, I have something called Focus, and that's when I do a live stream like I'm doing right now. I do an article, I do a video, I do like a bunch of like there's 5 things I always do, and I just nail them out, and I just completely focus on the task. So I have a timer set. Usually it's for 50 minutes, and I just go. I just try to do as much as I can, right? And that's what I've been doing, and it's been working really well. It's only been one, two, three, probably like 3 or like a week or two since I've been doing it. But ever since then, everything's been running a lot smoother. And fuck you says Zanny. Fuck you is a Zanny fiend apparently. $10 for that consult. As Future says, hey dude, Future and Drake are actually performing today. I really want to go to that. Fuck, I couldn't go, man. But Future says don't mix Molly's with the Xannies, so that's important. I don't use the drug, says Sabrina. Um, I heard it. Fuck you. I'm gonna call you fuck you from now on. Fuck you. Oh no, if I say fuck too many times, it's probably going to catch in the fucking monetization. I won't get paid. Do man. Um, I heard it's easier than Cali schools. My GPA is 3.0, but I have tech experience at Costco, still working right now. My GPA is so damn low, probably lower after Farmcast calculates the GPAs. Fuck. Yeah, unfortunately, GPA is one of those things that all freaking schools like they filter through that first. You know what I mean? So try to get that up. Even if you gotta do community, fuck it. Whatever. And if you don't forget, like if you have low grades, that's always an opportunity to do better and to have a really cool success story. You know what I mean? Just be like, hey, you know what? I fucked up right at school, but this is what I did to come back. Because everybody has those stories. Like I'm not sure if you watched my video with Brian last time, but he talked about, or maybe I haven't released it yet. Oh shit. Maybe I haven't, but I'll tell you a brief summary. Basically, he was a gaming addict. He was bombing his like PCAT. He's bombing everything, and then it's his story how he turned around. I'm still waiting for YouTube to monetize it, so probably not gonna be live. And if it's not monetized by Saturday, I'm just gonna release it anyways. So hopefully you guys will like that, man. Abdullah, pretty badass pharmacist martial artist. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you learn in martial arts. Like what I noticed, I really like mastery sports. So things like powerlifting, things like martial arts. These things you don't like just pick up overnight. It takes a long time to learn, and I think the mudda beauty of it, of learning a skill for a lifetime. And I just look up to a lot of people, like a lot of kung fu masters. I bet a lot of like jujitsu masters, even like wrestlers and stuff. Like there's so many cool things to learn, and it's just really fun just learning other people's game, refining your game, stuff like that. So also like things like writing and video, I think those are like also long term skills that I'm sort of getting into right now, even though I'm fucking new at it still. What PCAT score is recommended? It depends, man. I did really bad in my PCAT score. PCAT. I was talking to Brian, and I was telling he got like 60 something percentile or 30 something percentile. It was pretty low, but I also got the same score, so I never used my PCAT score. Obviously, like the better the PCAT score, the better, right? You want to do well on that stuff if it really matters, but I think like this is my personal opinion. I don't know if it's actually true, but I feel like PCAT is being phased out. I don't think it's like a lot of schools aren't really giving a fuck about it anymore. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my opinion. Snowy Winter says, I know you probably answered this a lot, but what are some tips? Oh fuck. Duma. I know you probably answered it a lot, but what are tips of coming out of my shell? I want to be able to talk to people and think this. I think this will make me happy. Why don't I ask Cam?
What?
So this person is asking. I know you. What are some tips of coming out of my shell?
Tips of coming out of your shell in terms of what, like talking to people or going to places or.
Talking to people specifically. I think that's what this.
Okay, talking to people. Here's what you do. First, you forget about what you're feeling on the inside, because like sometimes you feel like you have like a bug in your throat when you want to talk to someone, but then you get nervous and you're like, nah, maybe I won't say anything. Well, just forget about that. Clear your head and think about what you want to say and just say it. And that's like the best advice. It's kind of like jumping into a pool knowing that the water is cold. Like you know you're gonna get cold, but you just gotta do it. But then afterwards you'll feel fine.
Yeah.
I think that's like the best advice.
I'll tell you a quick story. So it's actually about me moving to California, because I think the reason why I bring up California all the time is because I think that was a huge thing. I had to start from zero. I had like no friends coming out here really, other than a few of my pharmacy friends. I had to create my own friends and stuff. And even so, like it was pretty crazy. Like, Ken, do you remember when I used to go to your dance lessons and stuff?
Yeah.
And it's sort of like throwing yourself out there. I think the reason why I sort of made friends is because like I try to like if you can find something that you both have an interest in, that automatically connects you. And for me, like when I went to Ken's dance class and I was talking to Joe and stuff, we instantly clicked because we really liked books a lot, and we started talking about books. With Ken, it was sort of the same thing. Like we basically talked a lot about mindset, business, stuff like that. Video recently, we've been talking about that. So, and productivity. So you just find all these interests, and I think that's the most genuine way to create friends, rather than like, because it's a lot of anxiety, man. Like, if you're trying to get to know someone if you're trying to get to know someone that you don't really know that well, it's a lot of anxiety, man, and you have to think so much. But you notice if you're really into, like, let's say Overwatch, right? You're really fucking into Overwatch, and you can find somebody to talk about it, dude. That instantly connects you, and you start bonding over that time and stuff like that. So hopefully that helps a little. Um, yeah. Oh my god.
Great advice.
Great advice. Thank you, Ken. Thank you for your help, So Sabrina. At Abdullah, I'm more badass. Buff snowboarding, motorcycle riding, drug slinging, farm sis. What? Yeah. So, I actually, speaking about motorcycle, I actually always want to ride a motorcycle. And I also wanted. I also have a gun license too, but I don't go shooting that much. So I want to go shooting because I think that's pretty fucking cool. But I'm also like, dude, the recoil always fucking gets me when I shoot, man. It's crazy. DJ Zillist, hello, Kevin. I started college a few weeks ago. I hate the motherfucker. It sucks. What can I do for motivation? Okay, so why do you want to be at school? Why are you even at college, man? And I'm not saying this to be mean or anything, but like, I'm just trying to understand your situation a little more. Like, what motivated you to go to college? You know? And so, like, I think a lot of times, like, when we do goals like this, like we kind of forget like why we even wanted to do it in the first place. Sometimes we get peer pressured into it. There's nothing wrong with that. Like we all like I got like if you're Asian like me or like a lot of other Asians, we all get a lot of us get peer pressured into college and stuff. And we sort of have to find a reason why we want to complete it, you know, whether it's like, dude, I want to be the fucking best of this shit, or I just want to hustle for stability so I can pursue other passions. Find a reason why you want to be in college. Or honestly, like I was in college to meet dope ass people too. So I met a lot of cool people, and that was my goal. Like I wanted to form connections because like at the end of the day, you're not gonna remember what a fucking SN2 biochemistry, or sorry, SN2 orgochemistry reaction, right? But you're gonna remember the experiences that you had talking to people. I think at the end of the day, if you want anything done, if you want any sort of leadership position or anything like that, you need to understand people. And so that for me, that's how I was peer pressured into school, but then I found a way that, or a strong why. And I hope that helps them. And as soon as I'm probably sure you reply to it, since it says more comments below, and I'm trying to keep up with my comments, but yeah. Corey says, how do you pay back your student loans? Income-based repayment and invest, or throw? You can do either one. So that's actually a really good question. So you can, it depends on your mindset. Like some people, they don't like having the thought of debt. You know, it scares the fuck out of them, right? And they just decide to pay it off all at once. And most of them are done in 2 to 3 years. But the amount I made so far investing, I've already paid it off. So um, I still have debt, but instead of looking at debt as like you have to pay it off right away, debt is bad. Try to look at it a little differently. How is debt a good thing? Like, opens up a lot more resources so that you can get higher return somewhere else, right? If your loans are very low, let's say hypothetically they were 3%, that's obviously killer steal if you're making 12% roughly, or So just try to look at it as an asset. For me, I just pay the minimum on all my loans, and I've talked about this in my other videos. I pay the minimum and I invest the rest. So I invest about a K, anywhere from 700 to a K. I have to recheck because it's been a while since I tweaked it. But yeah, that's basically what I do, and I think that's for me that's the best thing because I feel most comfortable that way. I like doing a 50-50 approach. Some people will do 50-50, so they'll just like invest and pay back your loans at the same time instead of like skewing it in one direction and whatnot. So it's kind of like, yeah, you do both. So if you have extra money, you pay toward your loans and stuff. So that's another way to do it. So there's no wrong way to pay back your loans. It's just the strategy you want to use. It depends personality, man. So there's no right or wrong answer, man. Hope that helps. Um, shit. How would you rate quality of life pre and post graduating school? Fuck, mother bitch. Oh my god, I lost. Uh, Pre post graduating school. So quality of life, it really depends. I think it's a lot harder. Um, I think it's a lot harder to meet people after school, but I mean, financially, I feel a lot more stable. I can buy pretty cool toys. And I feel like I really enjoy after college because I spent a lot of my early years just hustling all the time. Not to say I don't hustle now, but it's hustling towards stuff I really want to rather than for a fucking English lit class or history class. You know what I mean? It's stuff that I want to do. I can focus on things that I want to do and focus my learning, you know? And so I really enjoy it. But it is harder meeting people after school, no lie. But actually doing YouTube and stuff has actually helped a lot. Like I said, finding common interests always helps a lot. You meet people at your academy, you meet people at like random coffee shops. Just try to talk to people. I try to do it, even though sometimes it scares the fuck out of me, as extroverted as I am. I just try to do these things anyways, just because you never know who you might meet. Not all of them will hit. Some people will think you're weird, but fuck it. You know what I mean? If there's a cool book on their table, that's usually how I approach people. So if they have a book, something that I'm really interested in, I'll always like 100% of the time I always approach, and I'm like, hey, dude, that's a really cool book. How do you like it so far? Just something like that. Not like, oh, like I want to fuck you in your pussy. You know what I mean? Like, don't be fucking creepy. Um, he Rokai, you Lokai. Yeah, I was Lokai, man. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, because I think educational wise, like I'm not stupid, but I don't think I'm the smartest when it comes to book studying and whatnot. But when it comes to strategizing and like being open toward strategy and mindset, I think I excel. Well, I don't want to say like I'm top percent, but I would say like I put more effort than the average person because I make it an effort. I focus a lot of priority on changing my mindset, and it's actually really helped me a lot because I was actually a very negative person before, you know. And sometimes it still comes out, but you can't always. I mean, no one's always 100% positive and happy and shit. I was actually watching this Big Think video, and it was about how forcing positivity is actually a really bad thing because it's setting you up for failure because everybody you need to enjoy all of the human emotions, and sometimes being pissed off or angry is like one of the human emotions. Like when I was telling you, I was like going back with a fucking troll. I mean, it probably shouldn't have, but it felt hella good inside, and I love roasting them. It's really fun for me sometimes, man. But afterwards I like put myself in check. I'm like, okay, I'm done with that, man. So, yeah. Sabrina, as fast as I came, as fast as I left. I'm going to sleep. Good night. How do you say good night in French? I don't know. Oui, oui. Pharmacy 220, job market death in Cali, all unaccredited schools graduate first class. Question on Farmcast: do you have to list that you took the PCAT? If you don't, you don't have to report the score. From what I remember, I didn't really report the score. No, you imagine them naked and then you'll be able to speak. David Hahn is working pharmacy technician for 2 years, enough to be employable as a pharmacist in Walgreens. Honestly, you don't need any technician experience, even though it helps. Probably doesn't matter at this point, and it helps because at the end of the day, being a pharmacist is so different than being a technician because you have to strategize. You're the captain of the ship, and you gotta get hit the goals, man. And as a technician, your performance is a lot different. It's just like executing, right? It's very based off. Though not to say like the skills as a technician didn't carry over to being a pharmacist. It definitely did, and all that experience is very necessary. But if you're on your interviews, you have to really clearly lay out like how that experience will determine you as a pharmacist. If you get what I mean, right? So if you're a lazy technician, I don't want to say lazy. If you weren't really involved with the goals and planning and stuff like that, like it's gonna be a lot harder. And that's what being an intern's about, man. If you're not like active as an intern, try to get more active, man. And just try it. You don't. You can always just be like, yo, this is too much. I got school, and I just want to dial back. There's no problem with that too. But just try it. Just try to understand like what a pharmacist actually does and see if it's for you. And if it's not for you, don't stay in like me and just do residency or do something else, well, early, before it's too late. Hold on, I'm gonna get some water really quick. I'm really thirsty. Hold on for a second. Does it matter what pharmacy school you go to? No, I don't think it does at the end of the day. Like any other school, it helps open the doors, man, but you gotta walk through it. And honestly, I don't think I graduated from the best school either. So I think where I excel is like myself. School only gets you so far. It introduces you to people, maybe really good mentors and stuff in the future, but ultimately it's up to you to meet people and develop your own skills. So I don't think it matters what school. How does the process of receiving accommodations work for people with debilitating medical condition and visa? I don't understand your question, Ben. Like, are you talking from like the employee side or like patient side? How do I like take care of my patients? I have no idea what you're talking about. So if you can rephrase it, that'd be great, man, so I can understand. DJ Zealous, I'm Dominican. Yeah, I know what Dominicans are. They used to like fucking line me up and shit. Fuck, I used to go to Dominicans and they're like brah 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 while they're freaking watching baseball all the time, man. It's pretty funny. But yeah, you're being forced with your parents. I got you, man. Hey Kevin, how does gratitude journal help you? I want to start, but I don't know how. Dude, it's really easy. So I didn't fuck my planner for a second. Let me whip out something really quick. Um, dude, I literally have a. Let's see if I can find it. If it takes too long, I'm not gonna show you guys. But yeah, I have it. Great. So literally, I just have. When I first started, I just have a fucking Daiso, fucking fake ass moleskin notebook, and I just write things I'm grateful for. So 10 things I'm grateful for on 7-6 or 7-7-6, stuff like that. And I just write stuff like I just write 10 things I'm grateful for every single day, and it really helps change your mindset. As corny as that sounds, I didn't believe at first, but it really does. What you don't realize is that it's a drill. It's drilling you to think positively in really shitty environments. If your life is that shitty, it's really helping you look for opportunities in shit situations. So I think that's really, really important, even while you're working out, man. Like if somebody has their balls on your face and you're stuck there and you can't get out no matter what, you have to really think like, okay, what are opportunities in, in this fucking shitty situation? Building mental toughness, um, like the value of strategizing appropriately so you don't get in that position, just like in martial arts and stuff. There's a lot of good things that you can learn from that. You know what I mean? So it's really not that hard. You just need to just get a freaking simple ass notebook and just write, man. Kevin, I know you went to university, so you don't have experience with community college. Actually, false. I do have experience with community college. I fucking hated it. They treat you like little kids, man, and I did not like it at all. I did it because I was actually finishing my credits for pharmacy school because I graduated from WPI in my undergrad, but I had to take a few community classes. I fucking hated it, man. It was really bad. I did really well, thank God. Like, thank God I'm like I was like scoring really well on my all my exams, but I hated it. They wouldn't even let you fucking have a computer in the fucking room to take notes. Oh my God, it was really bad, and I had to raise my hand to go take a piss, dude. Like, really, really. But transition from pharmacy school to uh community college to pharmacy school, it's gonna be different in the sense that no one is watching over your back. You don't have to raise your hand to go to the bathroom. Like, no one gives a fuck. It's up to you whether you go to class. It's up to you, but also at the same time, it's up to you to do well on your exams too. So no one's babysitting you. You have to outreach. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the hugest things. Other than being the curriculum is a lot harder too. There's no hand holding. There's opportunities to like go office hours and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna close up my questions soon because I'm almost approaching 30 minutes right now. So I don't want to go on too long. I got other stuff to do, and yeah. Um, David Hahn. All they need is a pulse and a signature indenture slave for a lifetime. Mwahaha. I'm a P1. When's the best time to look for internships? Right now, dude. If you can get a hospital gig, do it. I'm telling you, get different opportunities. Don't like CVS, Target is nice, but try to shoot for other opportunities, man. And if you know anyone that works in a hospital, do it, man. Just because like it's really easy to get a retail experience, guaranteed. Like you probably will get a retail experience at one time in your life. So why don't you just try to go for a hospital and try something different, man? Um, Reckless, Ken. Are you referring to Ken? Okay. As an employee, okay, last question. Ben Davis. How does the process of receiving accommodation work for pharmacists with debilitating in retail pharmacy? What incentives employers to hire students when there's older? So basically, how does the process of receiving accommodations work for pharmacists with a debilitating medical condition in retail pharmacy? Like workers' comp? I'm still a little confused, man. Like I don't really understand your question, man. But what incentivizes employers to hire students when there's older adults competing for a pharmacist condition? Easy. When you're out of school, you're hella motivated, and I think this is the last question I'm going to answer. And Ben, if you want to write down your question later, feel free to do it in chat. I'll check it later, and I'll answer it next time when I do a live stream. But basically, when you're young, you're very motivated and you have a lot to prove and stuff. So I feel like when you're older pharmacist, if you're a staff pharmacist floater, it's not like they're bad. They're probably really good, but a lot of the time it's just like younger people are more motivated. They're more physically. It's a very physical job. You're running around everywhere, dude. And as much as people say it's not physical, it can't. It's not like you're constructing buildings and shit. But compared to most 9 to 5 jobs, it's pretty active. So it's um, I feel like younger pharmacists they can out hustle a lot of older pharmacists, and that's where I think I'm I can be a lot better than older pharmacists. Where older pharmacists, they have experience over me. I think I can out hustle them, and I can put more intense work and focus on goals and stuff like that. So if that if that really helps. But if you're like if you're trying to interview and they're asking you like, oh, why should we hire you, have stories left in mind. So what they care about a lot of the time is profitability of the pharmacy. It's a win-win situation by being more. You don't only want to be more profitable like that fucking EpiPen CEO person who fucking jacked up all the prices like wicked high for fucking EpiPen, a life-saving medication, and gave herself like $1 billion bonus. That's really fucked up, by the way. But anyways, so it's a balance between profitability and taking care of patients, and if you can do both at the same time and you have stories of that, that's even better. So it's not only like helping people. Helping people is great, but if you can stay profitable at the same time and have those stories ready to go during an interview, it should really help you, man. Guys, thank you for tuning in really quick. Oh shit, I got a lot of other things. Kevin, you the bomb. Keep making the money. He's talking about outcomes. MTM, no English. Hey boss, roast risk. Have a good night, Kevin. Don't forget to dream about me. Wait, CVS didn't. Where? Yeah, where pharmacists can sit down on a stool. Yeah, they took away all their stools when I was working with CVS. It's pretty funny. They got sued. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get like another class action lawsuit from CVS, and I'll get another payday. I highly doubt it. Just being employed with CVS, you get so many class action lawsuits, man. um, Fuck you. I'll dream about you, baby. Okay, cool. Night, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna peace out. See you guys later.